Hi there! So you recently moved to St. John's or Newfoundland and Labrador and wants to drive a vehicle. Today we will be discussing about obtaining a license here in Newfoundland. So just want to let you know that this video are not for individuals that are from inside Canada, from another province or territories, or from the United States, or from this country that I'm gonna mention. Germany, Austria, Switzerland, United Kingdom, Korea, France, Isle of Man, Northern Ireland, Japan, and Taiwan. Because if you are from this country, you basically don't need to take any written, vision, or road tests, provided that you are 17 years of age, you present the required identification documents, your license is not expired more than 5 years, and that is for newly moved visitor from other countries. So first of all, if you recently moved here and you originate from outside of Canada, first of all, you need, and you are applying for a learner's permit, you must provide a legal proof of residence here or presence here in Canada. So you can bring two primary documents, one of which be primary proof of legal residence, such as your work permit. It can be your permanent residence card, documents that was issued to you by the immigration, that you're legal to stay here, or student permit. And there's also some required identification documentation that's needed. Just gonna go ahead and click that. Okay, so you can bring your government issued birth certificate, passports, marriage certificate, credit card, government identification card from Newfoundland and Labrador, MCP card, marriage certificate, social insurance card if you have one. But those are some of the legal documents that you can present upon applying for a learner's permit. So if you end up here in St. John's, Newfoundland, or in Mount Pearl, the motor vehicle registration is located in Mount Pearl. If you end up in a different area, such as Deer Lake, Corner Brook, you can always check gov.nl.ca and check their local offices to obtain driver's license or learner's permit. But first of all, first one, the requirement would be you must be at least 16 years of age to apply for a novice driver's license. So that's level 1. Of course, a parent or a guardian must give permission if you are less than 19 years of age. So if you're 19 years of age less than, you have to bring your parents with you when you are applying. And 2 pieces of ID are needed to apply for a driver's license, and at least one must be an original primary document. Step 2 is for you to take the written test. Written test is free of charge, and you must get a passing grade of 85%. So you can buy the road user's manual for $2. It's available there, or you can, I think you can order online, or you can also download it for free online. This is the link, and just visit it and you can have a read. So once you make an appointment to write the test and you pass, you will also have to take an eye exam that they do in the same office. And of course, if you pass, you don't have to pay for that, and then you'll be able to obtain the learner's permit. So learner's permit, you may now drive a car once you pass that written test, but there are some conditions. There must be a licensed driver with you. So let's say I went there, I took the written test and I passed, and now I have the learner's permit. I would have to have a person with a valid license to go with me whenever I drive. So it's like a practice driving. And
you have eye test?
Eye exam.
Eye exam?
Yes.
Pwede ko matanda. Pero parang meron yan.
Yeah. Okay, and you must have a sign on the back of the window saying novice driver. So you can just write it down in a piece of paper, or print a copy, novice driver, stick it on the car that you'll be using. this is just to give another driver a heads up that you're a new driver, you're new on the road, so they can kind of give you some space or understanding if you're going too slow, or just so to give them a heads up that you're new. And you may not drive between midnight and 5 in the morning. So those are the only condition. So once you pass the written exam, you're okay, you can drive as long as there's someone with you, you have a sign, and you cannot drive midnight till 5. Step 4 is the road test. So once you obtain your learner's permit and you're a new driver, you can apply for a road test after 12 months. So you have that 12 months to prepare, practice, and then take the road test. You must make an appointment for a date and time, and your vehicle will be checked for mechanical fitness. On the day of your road test, you must also present one of the following. So of course, receipt. This one you have to pay. The last time, I think it was, it's not here, but I think it was $85 the last time. I think it was $85 the last time. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and check that later. And then this is valid for class 5 or 6 level 1 driver's license. That's for regular cars, a smaller truck, or a motor. And valid insurance policy, that's mandatory. And vehicle registration permit for the vehicle in which you will be, or which you are to be, road tested. So I do have my husband's road test. So this is the piece of paper that the instructor, no, not really the instructor, but the examiners bring with you. So when you get in the car, they will bring this piece of paper with your name, class, scheduled date, and then time, and your name, and they will also indicate if you pass or you fail. So or the results right there in the corner. But I got this just so you can see. And they're very strict here. So I'm just gonna quickly discuss what's in here and the points that they deduct. And I think if you obtain, if you accumulate 50 or more points, they will fail you automatically. And like 50 points it's very easy to get this. Like when I took my exam, I think I failed twice because of speeding, because exceed stated speed limit is already 50 points. So can you imagine running 60 or 70 on a 50 zone? They will automatically fail you. Goodbye $85. So I'm just gonna go ahead and run through this real quick. So starting and shifting, stopping, steering. They will also mark you for signal violations, such as improper use of signals and traffic lights. Here is the fail to stop for red light. That's 50 points already. And like for example, starts before light turns green, 20 points. There's also stop sign. If you approaches signs too fast, that's 10 points. If you stop made in improper position, that's 10. If you fail to come to a complete stop, that's 50 points already. Lane observance, if you are changing on a solid line, that's 50 points already. Turning, passing, parking. There's also parking, backing, right of way, vehicles moving on roadway, your speed, and there's also a pre-trip. This is the sheet of paper that they'll bring with you, and they're very strict. So let's say they notice that you are your speed is too fast for condition, 50 points. So don't even try. Let's say right of way. This is one of the reasons why I failed the last time, because there was a pedestrian. Well, not really, because he's just standing at the crossing, but he's not really crossing. He's just standing there. But like for me, I know that he's not gonna do anything, but I didn't stop. I kind of just like slowed down, but I didn't completely stop. And so that's the reason why I failed, because not granting to pedestrian here is already 50 points deduction. So that will give you instant failure. So the examiner told me that even though I know in my head that that person is not gonna cross, I still have to stop to make sure, to be 100% sure that he's not really crossing for the pedestrian safety. So I did really good with the road test, and we were back to the office already, and that was almost one of the last stop. And that guy, he was the reason why I failed. So you have to be very careful. There are manuals available online, so make sure that you review, because losing $85 is heartbreaking. And if you have to pay twice or three
Also
times.
The time.
What?
Also the time.
What time?
Nasaan ang oras?
Yeah, and also the time, because it's not very easy to get an appointment here. So let's say you're planning to take if you are planning to take your road test, it's already 12 months, and make sure that you book probably a few weeks in advance, so that you can secure the date and time that you want or requested off from work. So that's very important. Now I do have my husband, and I'm gonna ask him his I took my road test in 2016, I think, so that was quite a while now. My husband took his exam 2019, so it's kind of fresh, and this is actually his road test. And we're just gonna ask him some quick questions to see what his experience was and what he did to prepare for the road test, to be able to drive here in Newfoundland legally. So what did you do to prepare for the exam?
So, first thing to do, syempre mag-practice ka sa drive. And then,
Okay, so first thing he said is that I'm just gonna translate it for him, because I know that some of you cannot understand Tagalog. So he said that first of all, try to practice. In our case, like for example, I'm the one with the license, and so after he passed the exam, the written exam, he was able to drive with me in the car, because I'm the one with the license already. So he's okay as long as I'm with him. And then of course we have that piece of paper at the back saying that saying novice driver. And yeah, what do you think is one of your mistake when you took the road test, or even the written exam? Did you pass the written exam right away?
no.
No?
I failed the first one.
Yeah. But did you read the book or the manual?
No, I didn't review the handbook.
Yeah, didn't expect
That's
it to
why
be.
I failed the first one. And then,
Yeah.
after a week, I think we booked a exam again.
Yes.
And then,
And you're okay.
yeah, no, the second one, I reviewed the handbook.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that
Help.
it helped me a lot.
Yeah.
I passed the exam.
Yeah. So the road test is easy as long as you read the handbook. Like I said, that's free of charge. You can download that online, or you can buy, if you're already here and you happen to go to the office or the motor vehicle office registration, just get a copy for $2, and it's really helpful. Everything is there, like the rules, the road signs, everything that you need to know, and everything that will come out on that test.
Remember, I forgot my
Ah,
license in the Philippines.
but okay, gotcha.
So that's why I need to wait
A
1 year.
1 year. Yes. And what do you think was your mistake when you did the road test?
The
Because
road
remember
test?
you had to do that twice.
Yeah, I did it twice. The first road test that I have is I failed because I think for me the first what you call it? Nervous.
Yeah, nerve. Yeah.
Even if I know how to drive.
Well, how about your speeding? Were you okay?
Speeding ko.
Yeah.
Doon nga ako bumagsak.
Yeah, okay. So he said that he failed from speeding. And the speeding is not really, he's not going crazy fast. Let's say in a school zone, the speed limit is only 15. He's probably just going 20, or he's probably going 17. So that's how strict they are. So if you are, if be very, very observant of the speed limit and make sure that you follow that like exact number. One of the mistakes, I guess, was that even though I know how to drive, I do have the license, I'm not really experienced to kind of teach him the proper way. So after failing because of speeding, we decided that he get someone that can teach him, like an experienced teacher or driver instructor to go over the proper driving techniques with him here in Canada, because even though he already know how to drive back in the Philippines, the rules here in Canada is still different. And of course, driving in a new place is still, of course, a totally different experience altogether.
Yeah, they will tell you how to follow on
The rules,
and regulation on
the road.
how to drive here in Canada.
Yeah, because it's different. Like in the Philippines, so like for example, are they that strict with the speed limit when you do the road test?
No, in the Philippines,
Yeah, they kind of give
No.
a leeway, right? So if
I
it's-
didn't ever drive test there.
Do you say that?
No, I'm telling the truth.
So in the Philippines, if you do the
Yeah.
road test, I don't think it's they're that strict. Unlike here, like $85 is a big amount of money. That's like a week worth of grocery for two person already. So can you imagine if you fail that because of speeding? And in the Philippines, I think they kind of give you a bit of a leeway. So let's say the limit is 15 and you go over like 18 or 20, they kind of give you a heads up that, hey, you're going over 15, keep an eye on your speed. Whereas here, if you go over, they'll get that piece of paper and mark you 50 points deducted, and you're done. You have to rebook and pay another $85. So you got to take that seriously, unless you know you're okay to pay and you have all the time in the world to get the road test done. But that's what he did. First of all, he took all the time to practice, and after, you know, he got all the confidence. But when you do the road test, it's all by the books. Even though you already know how to drive, it's all by the books. You have to follow the regulations, strict regulations. So when he failed because of the speeding, we decided to get an instructor. And you can also go to school, driving schools here. That can help you with regards to lowering down your insurance payment in the future. Not sure how big the impact is, but that can definitely help. Or you can get an instructor. You can get one. I think we paid, how much did we pay per hour?
30,
$30 per hour.
35, something like
Are
that.
you sure?
Yeah. If I'm not wrong, $30 to $35 per hour.
Yeah, so it's not that bad. Don't ask us where is he right now, because I think he retired already. So
But it helps me a lot.
yeah, because he taught you about parking, right?
Yeah.
Like techniques, tips.
How to park parallel,
Yeah, parallel.
and the backing.
Yes, yeah. And then the road sign, like the yield sign. Like if you are changing lanes, what are you supposed to do before you change
So
lane?
you
Like
need to watch your
above your look above your
look
shoulder.
above your shoulder.
Yeah, stuff
So,
like that. Some cars don't have, like new cars now, they do have the ability to detect if there is a car. There is a car on your blind spot, but older cars, they don't have that. So it's very imperative that you actually
That's for your
go over.
safety.
Yeah, and they will mark that as well, right? that is his experience. Good thing that he only failed once. I failed twice. Got mine third time, and then he got his the second time. So that's not bad. I rarely know people here that pass the first time, but I guess the only reason why it happens is because when people are from other country and they already know and have experience and know how to drive already, they have this confidence that they can pass the exam. And I know that yes, that can happen sometimes, but still the regulation and the road rules here are still different. And like I said, and I've said this so many times, they are very strict with the road test. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So I'm just gonna repeat everything. Proof of legal presence and primary identification when you go to the office is that you need to have a valid foreign passport with appropriate immigration documents, permanent resident card or immigration papers, records of landing, study or work permit, Canadian citizenship card, temporary residence, secure certificate of Indian status card with photograph, and valid Canadian passport. The address, I will just put a picture here so that you can see. If this is only if you're in St. John's or nearby area. So this address is in Mount Pearl. And also there are different rules in registering your own vehicle, but we can just talk about that the next time if you want to talk about that. For now, it's only about really getting a license if you're new here or a new driver here. But yeah, that's it. If you have any question, you let me know. This is more like based on our own experience and what this road test is all about, and kind of give you an idea of what to expect so that you can prepare and avoid paying, you know, as much as I did. And but yes, if you have any question, you can let me know. I will also upload another video about things to do here over the winter. So it's kind of hard to get a schedule of the uploads. I know my last upload was just a month ago, but now I decided that I can, you know, I will be uploading every week. Saturday is about information about here in Newfoundland, and then the other one every Sunday is things to do here, more of a lifestyle vlog and life here in Newfoundland. So you can always post a comment. I am reading all your comments, and I do have a plan on uploading videos about that already. And also, if you like the channel, please don't forget to subscribe and like. So thank you. Bye.